What is a digital story? First, let's examine the meaning of a story. According to Lambert 2013, stories are what we do as humans to make sense of the world. We are perpetual storytellers, reviewing events in the form of relived scenes. As human beings, it is in our nature to tell our stories. Not only do we tell our stories, but we also listen to other stories as well. We use stories to communicate and to pass down information from generation to generation. Stories have helped the development of communities throughout time. Communities are the key to storytelling. Knowledge is shared and passed. People learn and experience the knowledge being taught. With the introduction of new technology, our communities have also grown. From passing down knowledge from generation to generation by word of mouth, to pictures, to books, stories have adapted to the resources available at any point, at any time throughout human history. Nowadays, stories can be told in an instant throughout a global community. Any one person with a story to tell can create a digital story, upload it onto a file sharing social media website, and let the world make meaning of that story. According to Lambert 2013, digital stories can be used for persuasion or to prompt action, reflective practice, human services, youth programs, and identity and diversity purposes. Digital stories can also be used for educational purposes. Having your students create a digital story is a great way to exercise creativity with digital resources while demonstrating what they have learned in your class.
Now that we've talked a little bit about what a digital story is, how do we go about making one? So how do I go from a spoken or written story to a film with images and narration? The simple and easy answer is to just jump right in and give it a go. But first, we need to talk about the materials needed. Since we are telling a story, and the story is the most important part, we want to make sure we have a good way to record our story. There are many free and paid software packages available, but usually the easiest option is to just use the voice recorder application on your phone. Just remember to follow your script, don't ad-lib too much, and use a clear, strong voice. You also want to record in a quiet area to avoid any ambient noise. When you've finished recording, you can use your software to adjust the volume and remove any dead air. Now that your story is recorded, you want to go and find images that fit it. You can find many images through a Google search. You will need to cite those though, and it is always best to use your own images. As with the audio software, there's also a variety of choices when it comes to image editors. When editing your images, always keep in mind the final output for your digital story. It's usually a good idea to save a clean version of the image at a size larger than what you will need. You can always scale down an image, but it's almost impossible to increase the size. Once you have your audio and images ready, it's time to put them together and create your video. Again, there's a range of options, but most people like to use Movie Maker on Windows or iMovie on Macs. From there, you just have to decide where to put your story so your audience can view it and enjoy it.
Now that you are aware of what digital storytelling is and how to use it, here are a few reasons why using digital storytelling in your everyday life can be so beneficial. I will also share research that backs up our statements as to why digital storytelling can be so effective. In 7 Things You Should Know About Digital Storytelling, we are told that digital storytelling can not only be used in ESL classrooms, but they can be effectively applied to nearly any subject. This is especially beneficial for English language learners. As they are introduced into standard classes, they may feel overwhelmed. Having this outlet to share their knowledge or personal background can help them to feel more comfortable in the new setting. According to Reyes, Pitch, and Garcia, digital stories can be deployed by teachers as anticipatory sets at the beginning of a lesson to introduce and develop a particular topic. Teachers especially can use them in a large variety of ways, such as to introduce a topic, show an example, or clarify a point. However they are used, digital stories are sure to enrich the classroom. In Razmi, Polari, and Nozad's article, they state that digital storytelling can assist EFL learners to develop multimodal communicative competence by promoting a learner-centered environment. Using this, students have the capability to be in charge of their learning while improving communication skills. With this, they are also acquiring the ability to focus, accomplish goals, and create something meaningful. In Lambert's textbook, he states that motivational communication is all about storytelling, and the right story can inspire someone to get up and act, to change their position, to get others involved in a cause. Digital storytelling goes beyond the classroom. Many other fields, such as health and human services, can benefit from this. By sharing their story, they can also spread awareness and inspire others to help, all of which can affect our world for the better. And finally, according to Smosa and Kordak, storytelling is the backbone of human communication, the two constituting a natural pair. As technology use increases, the next step is to incorporate digital storytelling into our lives. Whether at work or at school, it can help to communicate our thoughts, our wishes, or ourselves for others to hear. When this information is shared, it can work towards creating a more understanding and tolerant world to live in.